Good morning, sunshine.
Welcome to the real world. Whoa! Mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with green air. There's no second best, okay?
GM. So, first up, I'm actually going to talk about Bitcoin, but I mentioned GOAT yesterday because it's got momentum and was listed on Bybit Perpetuals. And if this follows a typical meme coin listing path, then it's going to top when it gets listed on one of the big spot exchanges. So here it is on the daily chart. Obviously something like Mexi, they always list first. It's got momentum here. It's most likely going to continue with momentum until such times as it gets listed on something like Binance, and then it's going to drop all the way back and it's going to go into consolidation before having a run. Don't know exactly when that's going to be or where price is going to be, but I mentioned yesterday that it's going to keep making new highs, and it did. It's going to keep making new highs until it has those big exchange listings. It's spot listings that matter, because that's when people actually can dump their tokens on big exchanges. And so it's not there yet. It's on Binance, or it's on Bybit Perps, but it's not on spot for Bybit or for Binance yet. So we'll see how that goes. But back over to BTC. Now, where's the Bitcoin chart that I was on? BTC. Here we go. So I want to look at a multi-time frame view, looking at BTC here, and looking at each of these. Let's look at the 1 hour as well. Let's look at the 15-minute, and let's look at the 5-minute. So here is the BTC, and put this one on 4 hour. Here we go. All right, so for BTC, here's where we're at. Take off these 200 day, don't need those. Got this, perfect. So Bitcoin moved into the 100 EMA on the 4 hour and is held. The bands on the 1 hour are bearish, so the 50, 100, 200 have crossed bearish. On the 15-minute, we can see that they are trying to cross. So you're seeing price attempt its first flip of those bands, and the 5-minute had flipped back to bullish and is losing it right now. So the 5-minute will have to build into the 15-minute, into the 1 hour, into the 4 hour. If the 4 hour 100 EMA is going to hold and produce new highs, then you need to see price getting back above the 1 hour. To get above the 1 hour, it's going to have to flip the 15-minute. The 5-minute is already showing those signs. So I would watch the 15-minute along with this price path. If Bitcoin follows this path and goes down there or wherever and gets back to here, that's when you will look at the 15-minute bands being bullish. And from there, that's where your trade will set up to push towards the highs. That's when it will start to flip the 1 hour. That's when the 4 hour will be getting above the bands here, the EMA bands, and they'll be green. And that's when you'll see her move up towards the weekly open, which is over there. It's a terrible line. Weekly open and the weekly high. I don't think that's going to happen today. I mentioned different paths you see for intra-week mean reversion. We didn't get the reversal on Wednesday, but we did get the beginning of the reversal. We got the bottom forming and a reversal towards pushing up into resistance. So I would say most likely, unless we can get above today's highs early, I would say most likely today is going to be a consolidation day and we'll push on Friday. So that's what I'm watching for. I'm watching for Bitcoin to reclaim and to start to build its EMAs and build up a new 15-minute trend. Because if it's actually going to push to the highs, like you see in any of these moves, pushing to the highs, it's going to have a positive 15-minute trend. It's going to come down, it's going to retest, it's going to get back above, and then it'll push. So you want to see it getting above those. It's not above them yet. When it's above them, that's when you start bidding. So when it gets above and holds them, that's when you're bidding as you have positive trend support, not negative. We've been below the bands, so you should sell. Once we're above the bands, you should buy. But you need to have a band reclaim. We don't have the band reclaim just yet, but getting close towards that. And so that's what I'm watching Any trades I take, I'll let you know. GM, GM, GM.